Now we're going to add some artwork that represents each of these elements of art on each side of this cube. When we're finished, we're going to cut this out and glue the tabs together to make a cube shape. If you don't have a printer and cannot print this out, then you could also draw your own template, and I'll show you how. So first you're going to cut out a square piece of paper and then trace it. Move it up so that the bottom matches up the top of the last square. Do it again. And again. And then move over to one of the sides. It doesn't matter which side you pick. So you should have 6 squares when you're finished. And then you'll want to add some little tabs where you're going to put the glue on. So these are just some lines that you add. I use a trapezoid shape. And there you go. You can draw your own if you don't have a printer. If you do, you're welcome to just print out and use the template. So on each of these sides, we're going to add miniature artwork that represents each of the elements of art. Number 1 is color. And you can pick whichever one you want to do first, but I would like you to label each one so that I know that you know which one matches which element. So first is color. So kind of small. I'm going to add the word color. Then shape, line, and the rest we'll do next week. So color, shape, line, again, you can put it on any of the squares, it does not matter. So for the color, I would like you to pick one of the color schemes that were introduced in that Elements of Art video. And color all the way to the edges with your neatest work, color all the way inside of that square. I chose these 3 colors. Does anybody remember what color scheme these 3 colors belong to? These are cool colors. So you can color however way you want, but show me your neatest coloring skills. Remember to color the edges first. And if you go outside the line a little bit, that's okay, because we're going to be actually cutting this out later. Make sure there's no gap in between your strokes. I'm kind of doing a diagonal pattern, but you can color however way you want. Now the next one is shapes. In this square, please draw as many geometric and organic shapes that you can fit in here. Geometric shapes are shapes that have perfect circles or straight lines, the kind of shapes that you learn in math class. And organic shapes are just kind of blob shapes or natural leaf shapes. Shapes that do not really have an official name. And once you're done drawing your shapes, then you can color it in as well. And you can use any art medium for any of these boxes. And the next one is lines. For lines, similar to shapes, fill this box in with as many different kinds of lines you can think of. There's wavy, diagonal, and you can do more than one of the same one. But only use lines for this box. There's vertical, there's horizontal, there's zigzag, there's loopy, there's broken or dotted, wave lines, you can cross the lines, and there is so much more. So try and fill this square with all the different kinds of lines that you can think of. And next week we'll fill up the rest of the squares.